Oh, hi. Welcome to Outdoors with Brad. I'm Brad. Well, today we're going to be taking a picture of this old house. Maybe some detail work, some different angles, and see what we get. So stay tuned and join me as I take a picture of this old house. So also, please subscribe to my channel and like this video if you like it, and leave a comment and let me know which picture you like in your comments. I answer every one. So stay tuned and join me as I take pictures of the old house. And thank you, and I'll see you next week. It's gonna be nice. Hello, and welcome to Outdoors with Brad. In this video, I'm going to talk about shooting black and white film and why I shoot black and white film. I have been shooting black and white film since 1975, almost 50 years now. Also, I develop my own film and print my own photographs. I feel like black and white is a true art form of photography. All you have is composition, blacks, whites, and contrast to play with. I do have a digital camera, a Canon 5D Mark II, that I use for my intros of my videos and for my commercial work. So I do shoot color as well, but my favorite is black and white, and it is getting harder to find the film and the chemicals to process the film with, as well as the paper to print on. But I still love shooting black and white. Now, one reason I shoot black and white is that the prints will last for a long time. I guarantee my black and white prints for 300 years. Yes, 300 years. Bring a bad print back to me and I will replace it. So here I am leveling my camera before I take the picture, and as always I refocus my camera after I level it. Now my exposure is going to be f22.5 for long depth of field at 1/4 of a second shutter speed with my red filter on the camera. It is a bright sunny day with clouds, so my exposure without the filter should be f8 at 1/25 of a second, shooting Ilford Delta 100 ISO film. I am taking away 3.5 stops of light when I go from f8 to f22.5. So I lower my shutter speed from 1/25 of a second to 1/15 of a second, giving back 3 stops of light. I am still short a half stop plus the 2 or 3 stops of light for the red filter. So I lower my shutter speed to 1/4 of a second, but I should have been at a half a second. So I was 1 stop off on my exposure. Whoops. So not always do I get it right. But I did make it up in the darkroom by processing my film a little longer to get the half stop back. But I got a thinner negative out of it. But I was able to print it up with a lot of work in the darkroom. Not my best work, but I keep marching on for that next great shot. So let me know in the comments how you like these shots that I did, and my one mistake. And please subscribe to my channel. It helps me make more videos like this one. And if you like this one, hit that like button. So why do I like shooting black and white? One, the prints last almost forever, and I think you get more detail in your negatives, especially on 4x5 film. And you can judge the contrast on your negative just right for a beautiful print. I use the zone system, whereas you expose for the dark areas and then process the film for your light areas in the shot, and hopefully get a great negative to print from. Well, time to move the camera, this time a little closer, to get more of a detailed shot. So, when I first got into photography, when I was in the Army, I started shooting color negative film and sending the rolls of 35mm film to get processed and prints made. But I started shooting a lot of film, and it got expensive. So I switched to color slide film. Now, shooting color slides did help me with finding my correct exposure, but it still cost too much money. Then I moved to Arizona while I was still in the Army, and there they had a do-it-yourself photo lab where I could process and print my own black and white film and save a lot of money. So I was introduced to black and white. I started seeing that my composition got much better shooting black and white, and that my photography overall got better. And then I started shooting for the U.S. Army Post paper and getting pictures published in the paper, which started my photography career. Now, I'm not saying shooting black and white made me a photographer, but it did make me a better photographer. Now, you can shoot black and white on most digital cameras, so give it a try and shoot black and white for a while and see if it helps you like it did me with your composition and photography overall. And then when you do shoot color again, you might see a difference in your photography. So let's shoot one more picture of this old house. Maybe a close-up of the front door and the fireplace inside the house. Now, I can imagine when this house was brand new, it was a pretty sight. It was built in the 1800s when there was only a dirt road in front of it. Now there is a highway in front of it. If you would like to photograph it, it is on Highway 160 between Walsenburg and Fort Garland in Colorado. So, on this last shot, I took off the red filter because there was no sky in the shot. That gave me back 2 stops of light, which I needed for the dark interior of this house. I also opened up 2 more stops on my shutter speed down to 1 second. So my exposure is f22.5 at 1 second shutter speed. And this turned out to be the correct exposure. Thank God I got one right. So, thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it and I hope you learned something out of it. Stay tuned, I'll be coming out with a new video in 2 weeks. So please subscribe to my channel and like this video. I need all the subscriptions I can get. And again, thank you for watching Outdoors with Brad. Have a good day. I'll see you later.